Hello and welcome. Today I am making a video about equipment and its progression for complete beginners in Broken Ranks. I want to make this video because early game in Broken Ranks can be difficult for players. You may not know how to make your character stronger, so you keep dying and you lose gold and experience. The game doesn't really guide you towards what I think is the natural gear progression, so I will try to do that in this video. So let's not waste any more time. First of all, there are 5 types of equipment rarity in this game. White items, which can be acquired as drops from monsters and bosses, as well as bought from NPCs. Red items, which are referred to as synergetics and will be the main focus of this video. Blue items, which are rare drops from bosses and champions. At higher levels, there are also blue items called psycho rares because they have a special effect. Green items that drop mostly from champions and belong to a set that gives an additional bonus based on how many pieces of that set you have equipped. And finally, yellow items called epics, which are extremely rare and powerful. So now that you know what kind of equipment you can expect in this game, I will talk about what your most natural gear progression as a new player would look like. From levels 1 to 20, you have no choice but to wear white rarity items that you acquire either from NPCs or as rewards. However, once you hit level 20 it becomes more interesting, as you are able to equip red items called synergetics. These items start at level 20 and they drop from bosses like Chieftain and Cross Spider, as well as champions, which are elite monsters that you can find during your travels. Take note that very low-level champions, like the Tangler, do not drop reds. Even though you can start equipping synergetics at level 20, at that point you will most likely not be strong enough to start farming them on your own, since you need to be able to kill the Chieftain or the Cross Spider. So, depending on your class, you might need to keep using white rarity items until level 30. However, these synergetics are definitely what you want to go for, because of 2 reasons. Firstly, they are much stronger than white items, and secondly, because you can combine 2 red items of the same level to create a higher level one. For example, combining 2 level 20 boots to create level 30 boots. This is done at Woburg and Trentis by choosing the Merge tab once you open the equipment upgrading interface. This means that once you acquire a full set of level 20 red items, you can keep using and merging these all the way to endgame. Now I want to quickly tell you about upgrading, because it's also essential for gear progression, especially with reds. In order to upgrade a piece of gear, you need to talk to Woburg and Trentis, and choose the upgrading tab in his interface. For the process of upgrading, you will need an appropriate tier inhibitor and flask, as well as some essences. To get an inhibitor, you will need to spend platinum, which you can acquire for free by leveling up and reaching a milestone, or by buying it from other players. Now, don't be scared if you are a free-to-play player, because acquiring platinum is not as difficult as you may think. To get a flask, you will need to craft it. I recommend crafting and using life flasks, because you can never go wrong with getting health, especially as a beginner. I will leave a picture of a guide to getting flasks. If you don't know where to find certain materials, don't feel shy to ask other people in your server. Once you have your piece of gear, an inhibitor and a flask, you can upgrade your gear. Once upgraded, your item will gain extra stats. If you choose to go with health, stamina or mana, the item will gain 10. If you go with strength, dexterity, power or knowledge, it will gain 1. If you are upgrading a weapon with a destruction flask, it will gain 3 damage. Essences in upgrading are used to increase the chance of success. You can acquire essences by melting rare items at Woburg and Trentis. You will need to buy an extractor from him for 20,000 gold, and if you use an appropriate tier inhibitor, you will get 30% more essences. Now that we know about upgrading, why is this important for synergetics? When you merge synergetics, your main item will retain its upgrade levels even after merging. Meaning, for example, if you upgrade a level 20 item to +5, you can then merge it all the way to 140, and it will keep that upgrade level. Another thing to note about upgrading is that at higher levels you will need more expensive inhibitors and flasks, as well as more gold per each attempt, so upgrading gear earlier is a good idea. However, if you currently do not have the resources for upgrading, don't worry and just merge your items. What you can do later is pick up a brand new level 20 synergetic, upgrade that to whatever you want, and merge it to match your level. Once your newly upgraded synergetic reaches the level of your currently equipped synergetic, just merge your old one into the newly upgraded one. Lastly, for this video, I want to talk about the weapons that you will be using. Sadly, there are no red weapons in the game, so you will need to use either white, blue, or green weapons. I will leave a link to a wiki of Broken Ranks where you can see all the gear that can be acquired in the game. The website is in Polish, but you can translate it to English using Google. This way you can decide what boss you want to farm in order to acquire a weapon, as well as other rares if you don't want to use all synergetics. Thank you for watching this video.